a detail gouge, be my guest. Those of you who can roll a bead real well with a 3-point tool, be my guest. Those of you who cheat, be my guest. Again, at the 23 symposium, I was lucky.
Bought a beading tool.
No, I won the beading tool.
Oh!
So I use it. I probably would not have bought it. I would probably roll my beads, but I'm not rolling beads. I got a tool.
Jim, you do a lot of beads. Do you have what are the carbide insert beaters?
No, I use a beading tool.
Negative rate?
What
And there's a guy out west.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
And he sells, I've used a dozen of them, but that one's the best.
Yeah.
His tool has a little piece of carbide on the end of it with a screw. So
Yeah.
you can
It's replace it.
You can replace the cutter.
And what I found out is Easywood tools labels their cutters or their tools. This is CI2. That's a CI2 bit. It'll take any CI2 bit. So
What do those cost? Do you have any idea?
this was about $90, give or take.
And the little cutter? 20, 30?
12 bucks,
Not
12,
bad.
14 bucks. And they come in 3/16, 8,
Different
and
sizes,
quarters.
yeah.
And I got the 3/16 and I did buy an 8. So usually again, without knowing what my speeds are here, which is great, about 800 RPM, maybe a little more. I'm going to pick a spot where I want to put this bead. Yeah, that's,
Safety device.
there you go, now it's in a better spot. And that looks really good. Take your pencil if you're using one of these type of beading tools. And this is warped a little bit because again, my basement, it's more moist here.
And it came from south of the bridge, too.
Right. Well, we're quite a bit south. So just gently rocking your tool back and forth, and when the black from the lead pencil disappears, you've got a perfect bead. My handle is higher than my cutting tip. I still see the black pencil. I think I'm there. I'm not sure, but I think I'm there. No, not quite. Again, this warped a little bit, so. And you pretty much get a perfect bead every time. I still have a flat on there. So this worked quite a bit more than I thought it was going to work, even though I kept them in plastic bags. And whether it's done or not, it's done. And because those little tips on there break probably pretty quickly, I just make sure it goes in there. So at this point, I usually will take a very small detail gouge. I'll bring that rim in a little bit that way and this way and get it so that I got a little chamfer going into it. It just looks nicer than that hard edge. Again, it's my little shtick on this thing. It wasn't with the guy who did it. And it's just, again, just to me it makes it look nicer. And then I would do the sanding again.
So it's like a half a bead on the outside.
Yeah, it's a bead that goes into a bead.
Yeah.
Yep. So at this point, this is done, and I would sand sand it, and clean it up the rest of the way, and I would then turn it over for the fun part. Three, 9, or 7. Who's got
I
the?
got it.
Hey, George,
There you go, George.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
you don't have to declare that at the border, do you?
I hope not.
No, I hope not. All right, so this piece is where George has that piece, except now it's got, and this one's all sanded. So we gotta go over to the side and make an offset on here. You can do it any place you like, but if you do it parallel to the grain, it'll be a whole lot easier to turn. Take it from someone who's done it the wrong way. So, I'm gonna measure over approximately 3/4 of an inch, might be a little more, might be a little less. Again, it's whatever I feel like it. Make sure I'm pretty close to the center there. And I have again, my chucks are all Novas. It's a worm gear, it's a 3/8. I use a 5/16 drill bit. One way's different, a couple others are different, so use the screw, the drill bit for your particular piece. And again, I like to chamfer that a little bit because it tends to do less chipping when I put it in. It's not much, but it's enough to stop that splitting, and that splitting at that point becomes, what happens is it gets caught in here, then your piece isn't square anymore. So if you can eliminate it, you do it. So back to the worm screw. And when you put those worm screws in, they do have to seat correctly. If they don't seat correctly, you're not going to work. And it's a wiggle jiggle until you get it till it fits. And you can turn the wave on, turn our speed way down, and now the fun begins. Is there the lock on this, Steve?
On which?
Yeah.
Spindle lock?
Yes.
Pull it and turn it.
Okay. There we go. All right.
There's something Paul said earlier, I'm not wanting to interrupt your demo, but when he made that recess in the bottom that the chuck jaws fit into and he expanded the chuck jaws, he made a comment that the size of that hole that he made, he wants the chuck just about closed when he sticks it in there and expands it. Because if the hole's too big, it only hits the round parts of the jaws. If the jaws are almost closed, there's a lot more jaw touching wood.
Yep.
So he said that, but I don't know how many of you picked up on that, but
Yeah, you
that's
want,
important when you're expanding, that you got a good contact of most of the chuck jaws. So you keep that hole small, so you grab it better.
and again, I'm only using this so I don't put a big divot in my piece of wood. It's gonna hold it on center, because if I go in 1/4 of an inch here, I gotta get rid of it. By putting a piece of wood back here, I don't have to get rid of anything. It's strictly to save wood later on.
So when you go off center like this, do you always slow the lathe way down before you turn it back on?
Why? That takes the fun out of it.
I know.
It's down. It's quite a bit down.
Way down.
So at this point, I'm gonna take my pencil and kind of guess, that looks like about the bottom. I'm gonna,
Oh, that little piece of wood you put in there, is just any hardwood?
that's actually 1/4 inch plywood.
Okay.
Yep. And I just drew a line because all of this is garbage. That's got to come off. It's a lot of wood to get rid of. And speed is your friend, speed is your enemy. I like having speed, but I know that my speed is down. It's as low as she goes
On that belt pulley.
on that belt pulley. I probably should stop, but we didn't. All right, need to drop this down a little bit.
So if your lathe doesn't have electronic variable speed, you might have to move the belt to get real slow.
What's nice about this lathe, my jet, I don't know about yours, is,
That lid
It-
flip,
it-
five belt positions.
no, but what I'm saying is, some machines will turn on and it's already at 3,000 RPM. It's like instant.
Yep.
These that slow down and rev up nicely, so much easier to do this with, because you can change your speed. And now the fun begins. I mean, this is a heavy lathe, and this is probably around 400 RPM. And it's bouncing. At some point, you may be able to get past that bounce, but I don't want to try it right now. And usually what I'll do in the beginning is I'll start get rid of wood. And that bouncing, I mean, you can see where I've got to go with that wood. Maybe we crank it up just a little bit more. Each time you get a couple of ounces off of this, it's a whole lot easier. Now I'm just looking at where the cover has been. And I can just now felt that I'm at the end of the bowl and it's now round at the bottom. I can just feel it. That's better. Stuff's gonna come flying off towards me. And I usually will bring the tool back in. Tool back on its bevel to where it was. Slide that bevel back. So you saw a big chunk come flying off. Didn't come flying off,
We got one over here too.
but no, but. Oh, that's because I had that hole. Aha. Remember there was a knot back here, it didn't go all the way through. That's cool. That's gonna disappear. We're so lucky. Let me get this a little closer again.
Now, when you're cutting from large diameter to small, you're actually cutting against the grain, right?
Yes,
And you don't care?
I don't really care.
But
I
your
just-
last couple passes are with the grain?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring the tool back.
Okay, so
I just wanna get rid of
so
wood.
he's doing a pushing cut, but he's gonna switch to a pulling cut
Correct,
toward the end.
correct. And it, you know, and the faster you can go, the better. Here, I mean, that, taking off that little bit of wood, you got rid of another 50 RPM. Any place you get rid of weight, you can get rid of getting off some of the wood. I got another, 3/8 of an inch to get rid of. And I still got about 1/4 of an inch. Get a little bit more speed. Again, the more speed, the easier it is to cut. And now I'm feeding that little ridge there, that's gonna go right into this one. So right now I've got, this is pretty close to being even all the way around. I've got a little bit of a taper on this side, it's going this way, and I can tell because it's thinner here than it is here, and that's a taper. But it's not much of them. We can clean that up. And I'm still going to go in the way we were. A very small gouge. Full gouge. All right, just drawing it out, and again, I need to come across there a little bit more. So I'll make another quick cut going that way so that I end up right about there, even with that rim. See how far out there with that. Yeah, I'm around there. Just a little bit shy up there. We're good. Let's clean this up by drawing back and as a pull shear cut, and you're going to be just
For
fine.
those of you that don't know, he's moving the tool rest closer because it's a teeter-totter.
Yeah.
And you have more control if your pivot point is closer.
See when you pass that speed. But past that point of no return, we got rid of some of that vibration. Some of it.